Picture this. A young artillery officer from a small Mediterranean island rises to become Emperor of France and one of history's most legendary military commanders. This is the incredible story of Napoleon Bonaparte. Born in Corsica in 1769, Napoleon wasn't even French by birth. Yet his tactical genius and burning ambition would reshape the map of Europe. As a young man, he devoured military books and history, graduating from military school at just 16. While other officers were enjoying lavish parties, Napoleon was studying war strategies by candlelight. His big break came during the French Revolution. While chaos engulfed France, Napoleon seized his moment. In 1795, when royalist rebels threatened the government, he famously cleared the streets with a whiff of grape shot, becoming an overnight hero. Talk about being in the right place at the right time. What followed was a meteoric rise that seems almost impossible today. By age 26, he was commanding the French army in Italy. His soldiers adored him, this short, charismatic general who shared their hardships and led from the front. He wasn't just winning battles, he was winning hearts. But Napoleon wanted more than military glory. In 1799, he orchestrated a coup d'etat and became first consul of France. 5 years later, he crowned himself emperor. Imagine that, the island boy now wore a golden crown. At his peak, Napoleon controlled most of continental Europe. He modernized laws, established banks, and built grand monuments. Paris became the capital of an empire stretching from Spain to Poland. He seemed unstoppable. But then came the turning points. The disastrous invasion of Russia in 1812, where his Grande Armée was destroyed by winter and starvation. His enemies united against him, and in 1814 he was forced to abdicate and was exiled to Elba. Yet Napoleon wasn't done. In one of history's most dramatic comebacks, he escaped Elba and returned to power for 100 days. But at Waterloo in 1815, his luck finally ran out. His final exile was to St. Helena, a tiny island in the South Atlantic, where the once mighty emperor spent his last years writing his memoirs and reliving past glories. Napoleon died in 1821, but his legend lives on. He rose from nothing to everything, then lost it all. A cautionary tale about the price of ambition and the fleeting nature of power. Even today, 2 centuries later, we're still fascinated by this remarkable man who dared to grasp at greatness and, for a time, held Europe in the palm of his hand. What's most ironic? The man who conquered a continent died on a lonely island, just as he began, surrounded by the sea, far from the empire he built and lost. Napoleon's story reminds us that sometimes the greatest victories contain the seeds of ultimate defeat.